Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine, and I hope you all have read the previous chapter and the question answers as well. One student has asked the reference to text question, probably question 2B or 3B. So whatever you are asking, all those questions are already discussed and sample answers are also given. Then also I cannot understand the reason behind asking the same thing. So if you can, please clarify, because the answer is already discussed and sample answer is already given. Maybe you have not watched the video carefully, so I would like to request you to re-watch the video so that you can get answer of your query, right? Now children, we have grammar time part left of cherry tree, which we will be doing afterwards. Later we will be doing. Today I will start a new chapter, only that article part left. So I hope you all are learning in your English one, so all the things, and I will be definitely highlighting on that part, but let me complete these things, text or literature first. So today we will start with the poem we have, that is The Summer Sun, which is written by R.L. Stevenson. Okay, so the poem Summer Sun, actually in this particular poem Summer Sun, we will learn how the poet appreciates nature, and how to appreciate nature we will come to know, and we will also come to know a certain figure of speech, that is personification, because nature, sun is personified in such a way that it will prove to us like a human being or living agent like. So in this way we will learn personification, and at the end of the poem also we will learn about metaphor, where the sun will be compared to a gardener. Okay, so we will definitely come to know with vivid images. The poet has explained all these things. Now first we need to know that the poem Summer Sun, it is from a collection of poems written by R.L. Stevenson, and what is the name of that collection of poems? That is Children's Garden of Verses, and it is written in 1885. So a Children's Garden of Verses, from this particular collection of poems, this poem has been taken, and the collection is written in 1885. You must note this. Now let us learn, and I hope you all admit the importance of sun in our daily life. Okay, so for recent incident I would like to make you once again remember. Just think about yesterday's atmosphere, climate, and today's climate. Okay, so obviously we feel like if the sun is not there, how the earth is going to be. So we can understand, yes, only 1 or 2 days we cannot tolerate without sunlight. So what it's going to be if the sun is not there at all? So let us not think about that negative thing. Let us think about how the poet appreciates sun. Okay, so let us start. I want each one of you to keep your book ready with you so that you can go line to line with me. Let's start. Summer Sun, as I told, it's written by R.L. Stevenson or Robert Louis Stevenson. And Robert Louis Stevenson, he was born in Scotland in 1850, and he died in 1894. So let us read the poem now. Great is the sun, and wide he goes. The sun is great. Okay, and he goes wide, means his range is quite vast. Through empty heaven without repose. Repose means rest. So the sun can travel through anywhere without taking rest. And in the blue and glowing days, more thick than rain, he showers his rays. And when the day is quite clean and clear, the sun rays are thicker than rain. Okay, that means when the day is gloomy or it's cloudy, that's a different thing. But when the day is clean and clear and no cloud is there, that day the sun proves to be more thick or thicker than even rain. So here the poet has described the first stanza. Only we come to know that the poet has appreciated its appearance, the appearance of sun rays, or rather he has appreciated sun rays as well as its the way it can spread and how vast, how wide its range is. Okay. Through closer still the blinds we pull to keep the shady parlor cool. Parlor means a sitting room or a room where generally our guests when they come to our house they take rest or they wait for us, or we generally have talked with them. So that is parlor. How closer steel and blinds we pull means here poet is saying means the curtain. The curtain, how thick it may be, in order to keep the parlor or sitting room more comfortable, we pull. But the sun obviously takes some space and it enters within it. Okay, so that thing only. Yet he will find a chink. Chink means a narrow space or a crack or two to slip his golden fingers through. So we cannot stop sun rays to take entry into it. Okay, means how means whatever how much thick the curtain be, but the sun ray will definitely enter into the room by somehow. It will definitely find out space or a narrow space or some specific corner to get into the room. The dusty attic and his golden fingers means obviously golden rays. The dusty attic means you all know that is the loft and means the small room that is there in our that is placed in the roof. Okay, that small room or certain particular place attached to roof, loft. The dusty attic, spider clad. So in that particular room, no one generally many of us do not clean that room. So it's quite dusty and spider. It's a home of them only. So they take entire space of that. He through the keyhole maketh glad, and through the broken edges of tiles into the laddered hayloft smiles. There also the sun, sun is able to put rays inside the room through the keyhole as well, and through the broken edges of tiles it can even enter into the hayloft. Hayloft means that attic only where it is generally a storeroom where hay and other things are piled up. Okay, so it can even enter into that storeroom and nothing can stop it to enter into it. Okay, so nothing can stop the sun rays to take entry, whether the place be dusty or full of spider, or it's a room where all these hay sticks are kept, or it's a stock of those things, a pile of or a storeroom, whatever it be, it definitely takes its entry. Meantime, his golden face around he bears to all the garden ground. So keeping its golden smile, or its golden face means here the smiling face of the sun. So holding that smile within it, he bears to all the garden ground, and it roams around the garden. Okay, and sheds a warm and glittering look, and it sheds warmth and each and every corner of the garden among the ivy's inmost nook. Ivy you all know, it's a type of plant that takes shelter in a big tree and it just covers up the entire trunk and takes nourishment from that particular tree only. So whether means the plant, if the plant is already covered up with an ivy, then also the sun can reach into that deepest inmost corner. Okay, that is inmost nook means the deep hidden corner. Hidden, why it's hidden? Because it is covered with the ivy. It's covered by the ivy plant. So there also the sun ray can reach. See, so we have read 1, 2, 3, 4 stanzas, and each stanza, whenever we are learning about sun rays or sun, it seems like it's a so the sun is a like human being like us. It can walk around, it can smile, it can enter anywhere, it can roam, travel around anywhere. So like a living agent like us. So all these things, the imagery is so vivid and so lucid that it seems like the sun is, or the sun rays, this is quite living. So it's perfect example of personification we get in this particular poem, and a vast use of imagery also quite revealed. Above the hills, along the blue, round the bright air with footing true. Okay, so footing true means in a steady and balanced way of walking. So the sun rays, they run above the hills, along the blue means along the sky, all over the sky, round the bright air within the air with footing true, in a perfectly steady and balanced manner. It roams around everywhere to please the child. What is the purpose of the sun to do so? The purpose is to please the child, to paint the rose. The gardener of the world, he goes. So the gardener of the world is addressed to the sun. The sun is like the gardener. As the gardener, it helps the gardener. What is the work of the gardener? A gardener helps plant to grow up flowers or fruits. Okay, so likewise the sun, it pleases children. Okay, it gives them comfort by providing them warmth in winter. Okay, as well as it paints the rose, means it helps the tree to grow up beautiful rose. The gardener of the world means the sun, he goes, and this is the way he keeps on doing his work. Okay, keeps on doing his work and keeps on creating everything and nourishing everything. So this is the poem we have in our text. I hope all of you have understood. As we do not have much portion, so whatever we have, we will be trying to do it in a slow and steady way. So I hope you all have understood this poem. So one more thing you need to do is you need to learn the poem and you need to memorize it. Okay, the importance of memorization, I hope most of you have understood. I'm quite happy to find that 90% students have given all the answers, means they all have taken their unit test quite nicely. 2 or 3 students I could not understand what is the reason, but you all have, I found 2 students to submit their paper completely blank. So one copy of your answer sheet must have reached to your email address. So whoever is the concerned child, I don't want to name, please provide me your phone number so that I can contact you and know the reason or what is the problem. I really can't understand. So whoever is the child, I hope you definitely know this. So please contact me so that I can understand your problem, whether you are not getting me properly or that I can't understand. So please help me to understand the problem. So this is the thing, and I hope you all have understood. Now this much for today. You need to now open the worksheet and you need to learn the whatever is there, and in our next class we will be discussing the question answers and all. And in the meantime, you need to learn the poem thoroughly. You need to memorize the poem, and it should be done in a way that from any point of the poem or any part of the poem, if I provide only one word, you will be able to locate other. This means locate entire sentence. I hope you children always listen to my words. So this time also I have the expectation, or I firmly believe that you all will definitely listen to my words. So this much for today. Try to remain healthy and safe and keep on doing your work as San does for us. I hope all of you will remain fine. This much for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.